Well, hello there, motherfuckers. I'm here with your Raw review, and Bryan is probably going to be, pretty sure that Bryan will be in the main event at Mania. If he beats Triple H, he'll be in the world title match. It's pretty obvious that he will go on and fight for the world title. However, I'm really happy about this. However, this show is fucking garbage. What a fucking shitty ass Raw it was. It was like one good announcement and the rest was shit. 3 hours of garbage just to hear an announcement that lasted 2 seconds. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth watching the show just for one measly little announcement. We start off with Cena and Hogan. Hogan first comes out doing the usual jive and everything. I enjoyed it though. Hogan doing his spiel is good. How much better is he than when he was in TNA? TNA, he was boring. They made him way too serious. They made him like a motivational speaker, sort of like trying to talk to the wrestlers to motivate them and shit like that, and it didn't work. It made Hogan look goofy. Some people will say that the whole spiel is kind of goofy, but those people are the real goofballs. The Hogan spiel is good, and I enjoy it. Way better than TNA. TNA took one of the most exciting men in professional wrestling, one of the most charismatic individuals of all time, and turned him into a boring motherfucker. How do you do that? I don't know. Ask TNA. They always managed to fuck everybody up. Everybody who was exciting or original in WWE, they fuck up. RVD, boring as shit, wasn't even motivating the ring. Mr. Kennedy, as Mr. Anderson, all the charisma's gone. Where the fuck is it? Every single person that goes to TNA, it's never the same. When they come to WWE, and when they return to WWE, it's always great. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. It's just not the same. For example, Jeff Hardy comes out to shitty-ass music in TNA. He comes back in WWE. The moment his music hits, everybody will recognize it. That's what it is. That's... Even when WWE is shitty, the presentation. It's all about the presentation, motherfuckers. And WWE, despite still sucking, knows how to put out some good presentation. And that's what they do with Hogan. Cena comes out, once again, feeding off of people who are more popular and better than him. He tried to be like Hogan so much. He tried to be like Stone Cold throughout the years, and he failed. And now the only way, it's the same thing when Ric Flair returned. Come out there, praise Hogan, praise him. There was an announcement about an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at Mania. This is very weird. I don't know why all of a sudden they've chosen to, memorialize Andre the Giant through a Battle Royal. And the one thing that I don't like about this is, I kind of see what they're getting at there. One of the most popular matches in Mania history at WrestleMania 3, a legendary match there. They want to honor one of the guys that is now deceased. That's okay, but the Battle Royal is going to be full of a bunch of jobbers, people who didn't make it onto Mania. Santino, Fandango, Curtis Axel, these motherfuckers, these boring ass jobbers are going to be in this Battle Royal. And you're going to see someone like Santino win the Battle Royal. This is how they want to remember Andre the Giant, with a bunch of no good jobbers. The Wyatts come out. There's some, good interaction here with Cena and Bray Wyatt. I think their match will probably be pretty decent at Mania. Bray Wyatt, could probably carry Cena to a good match. Cena, if he has the right opponent, could have a good match. So I'm expecting a decent match at the very least from these two. Then they make it like they're going to have a match, and it almost looked like Hogan was going to wrestle. I thought it was going to be Cena tagging with Hogan, and I got excited. But then It was just a one-on-one match with Cena and Eric Rowan. Very, very boring here. I didn't enjoy it one bit, especially because it was only 3 fucking minutes. 3 minutes of boring shit. And how can a guy like Cena beat a guy who's, what is he, 6'10", Eric Rowan? A big, monstrous guy, a big fucking dude. Just pins him like he's a Santino. What kind of bullshit is that? Pinning him like he's a Brooklyn Brawler. I mean, Eric Rowan's supposed to be a part of the most dominant faction. You're the most dominant faction now with the Shield, with the dissension in the Shield. The Wyatts are now the top faction here. How is Cena able to defeat Eric Rowan in like 3 minutes? This is fucking bullshit. How am I supposed to buy this? As I have said in the past, the whole point of professional wrestling is yes, you know, if you have a brain, you realize that it's fake, but okay, you have to make it look real. Movies, they are fake, but you try to make them look real, you know, so you get into it. How am I supposed to get into a match like this when it's not even realistic? It's just a little quick match, and you know, this is ridiculous. This is like if Arnold Schwarzenegger just got beat up by a henchman in like an action movie there. You know, you wouldn't buy it. You'd be like, hey, how is Arnold getting beat up that fast like that? That doesn't make no sense. It's like the same fucking thing, you know? What they're doing here, they're presenting a fight, a fake fight, and they have to try to make it look real, but they're making it look even faker, motherfuckers. Horrible. Then you got the Usos defeating Ryback, so boring ass tag match here. Didn't also enjoy this one at all. This was just terrible. Nothing good here. Why? Why are these guys tag champs? How do you go from the Outlaws, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, to the Usos? They don't deserve this, motherfuckers. They don't. They don't deserve those belts one bit. And, you know, and nobody else is fucking buying into this Usos bullshit. They've had the same act for 4 fucking years, and it's still not over. It's still not over. You know, all they're gonna get is the kids in the audience to yelp along with them. They're so goofy. Their whole entire, you know, thing, it's the same fucking moves every single match. It's very Cena-esque. You know, dive out of the ring, doing that little, you know, butt splash in the corner, and then a splash to end it at the end. There ain't nothing exciting about these guys, nothing original. It's just moves taken from other Samoan wrestlers that are 10 times better than them, and that is about it. That is the Usos in the fucking nutshell. They're nothing great. They're just, you know, guys that wish they were like their ancestors, basically. And they're trying to feed off of that heritage, but, you know, they're nowhere even as good as any of those guys. Then you got Big E defeating Jack Swagger. And, you know, this was Swagger, you know, was trying to get Cesaro to interfere. He refused to interfere, and Big E just ends up beating him. Very lame, shitty. I see they're trying to do the dissension between Cesaro and Swagger. I'm looking forward to that match. It'll probably be a pretty good match at Mania, but have them break up already. You know, it's been enough of these little things, these little tiffs they've been having. It's kind of frustrating. You know, and, you know, it's all right built up, but it's nothing that great. They've got to do something a little bit better, you know, than this. You know, just expecting Cesaro to interfere. It felt sort of like they were going backwards with this feud. You know, instead of just having one guy ruin it for the other by, you know, interfering in the match. I mean, last week you had Cesaro was about to give the big swing to Swagger, and now, you know, they're just back to arguing. They should have been fighting it out this week. I don't understand why they just completely just fucked it up, you know, went backwards. You know, your feuds are supposed to move forwards, not backwards. This is where this one was going. It was moving forward, and now they move back. Why? Wow. Then you had your Taker segment. Paul Heyman comes out. And basically I was, once again, pretty fucking bored during this little promo here. How many times is this the story? Brock Lesnar's got a big match. Heyman has to come out there and cut the promos for him. And Brock Lesnar isn't even there. You know, when they're building up for a match, he's not there like 3/4 of the fucking year. They wanted to be there for a month. Can't even come to just 4 Raws, 5 Raws to build up to Mania. He should be there at every single Raw. Instead, throw out Heyman there. And all that it is with Heyman every single time, if you notice, is he just has to tell the story what's going on and try to manipulate it in different ways. And this is just a plain stupid fucking excuse to do nothing during a segment. How many times are we going to rehash this? Oh, Undertaker, we get it. He's got a streak, very good. And I'm very happy for him. Good for Taker, he's got a streak. Yes, we know, hammered into our heads 1,000 fucking times. 21 wins. Yes, it'll be 22. We get it. He has to keep saying Hogan had this many wins, Stone Cold had this many wins, and by the time he's read all the statistics already, 20 minutes is fucking passed already. And I'm bored. People saying that this is a good promo don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This was not stimulating. I wasn't on the edge of my seat waiting to hear what Heyman was going to say next. It was just boring fucking dribble. It was just filler pretty much, motherfuckers. Everybody's, great promo. What was good about it? Absolutely fucking nothing was good about it. It was just nothingness. Nonsense, really. It made sense what he was saying, but there's nothing exciting about it. Promos are made to stimulate excitement. As a build-up for a match, I was not excited from this promo. I was bored, and that is not a good promo. What Taker said, it was okay, but there was mostly Heyman doing the talking, and it was the same stuff. This is not to bash Heyman. I've already stated I like Heyman, but the thing is, there was no reason really to have this promo. It wasn't good. It didn't add anything to the upcoming match. It was just boring filler. Then you had the Shield defeating the Rhodes brothers. It was a pretty good match. Nothing stand out or anything, but it was decent. Fast-paced. Not really like super exciting or anything. We've seen better from these guys, but a decent match nonetheless. Then up next, you had Daniel Bryan and Occupy Raw. Daniel Bryan comes to the ring, and he brings a bunch of fans to the ring. And people are gonna say, I know people are dying to know what I thought about this Occupy Raw segment. A big 30-minute segment with Daniel Bryan being at the focal point. And everybody wants to know what I think about this probably. I didn't see, if anybody really wants to know. But I know there's people that want to know what I think about this. Daniel Bryan, my favorite wrestler in the WWE, the best wrestler. I've done so many videos already about how he should be at the top. He should be the world champion. He should be in the main event at WrestleMania. And did I like this segment? No, motherfuckers, I didn't. It was stupid. It was nerdy. It was retarded. Let me explain and get ready for full rant mode here. Daniel Bryan comes to the ring. He's demanding that, he get his match with Triple H, a match that nobody really wants to see, but, hey, man, Daniel Bryan match, right? We'll take what we could get, I guess. So Daniel Bryan brings out a bunch of fucking fans, like a whole bunch of them, like 80, 90 fucking people. They're surrounding the ring, they're in the ring, everybody's got a Daniel Bryan shirt on. And, everybody's doing the yes chant, and, it looked fucking retarded. And if you looked at some of these people in here, look, they picked the nerdiest, goofiest, ugliest looking people here. And let me tell you something, this here is a commentary here of Daniel Bryan fans, is basically what they're trying to say here. Basically, what's being said here is if you're a Daniel Bryan fan, you're goofy, you're nerdy, you're geeky, and you're ugly. I'm looking at it, you know, all these fucking guys in there. There was like one fucking girl, and she looked like she had problems. And standing next to Daniel Bryan was some guy, and he was groping him. This black guy, one of the fans that was standing next to him, he was groping Daniel Bryan's ass. He was touching his testicles. Look at it. Go watch the footage. I ain't trying to be funny, motherfuckers. There was a guy feeling up on Daniel Bryan. The guy standing right next to him, the black guy. Go look at the fucking replay or whatever. Go look at it. Weird shit going on there. Weird fucking just weird shit on Raw. Weird goofy looking guys. And basically, you know, this is basically what I get from this. You know, basically there were no girls in the ring, so they're saying if you like Daniel Bryan, you know, no girl is going to find you attractive. You're going to look like one of these, you probably look like one of these nerdy, goofy looking guys. You know, if you noticed, you had Batista on SmackDown saying that, you know, he was better looking than Daniel Bryan and all that. So this is the type of pot shots that this company is taking at us. You know, you like Daniel Bryan, you're ugly, you're nerdy, you're goofy. You know, look at this. Just look at the people that were out there, for God fucking sakes. Well, how come there was no good-looking people? How come there were no handsome guys, hot girls that were these fans of Daniel Bryan? Why did they pick the absolute ugliest people? And why was it mostly men out there? Why? Why, motherfuckers? Triple H and Stephanie come out and they're demanding Bryan leave. And, you know, Bryan won't leave until he gets his match. Triple H, you know, tries to get security to throw him out. But they won't. Then finally Triple H accepts it after like fucking 20 minutes. It was just, yes, no, for fucking 30 minutes, completely killing it. This is what WWE has to do. And every single time there's something funny that the fans are doing, like dancing to Fandango's music, they have to make it like mainstream and keep talking about it and do things with it to make it nerdy and goofy. Instead of making things fun and entertaining, everything has to be turned into goofy and nerdy shit. You know, all these people just constantly doing the yes and the no and just fucking it up. Just completely just fucking up the whole yes thing. I don't even feel like doing it anymore if I go to a wrestling event, because now it just looks that, you know, I don't want to be considered some goofy ass fucking nerd like these people out there, you know, fucking just killing it altogether. You know, this is what they do here in WWE. They make you feel bad about yourself for liking a fucking wrestler. So Daniel Bryan gets what he wants. But then he demands that he be put into the world title match at Mania. Triple H says that if he could beat him, he will be in the match at Mania. So there you go, motherfuckers. After 30 minutes of boring fucking retard-ass bullshit and Daniel Bryan getting his buttocks basically all roped up and fondled there by some weirdo standing next to him, you got Daniel Bryan, and he's probably going to be in the world title match. He'll probably beat Triple H, and I think my prediction here is that Daniel Bryan will win that title at Mania. I think it's time. If they don't do it at Mania, then he will never win it, but I think he will. They're not going to go all through all this trouble just to have him lose at Mania. If he does lose at Mania, then that is it, motherfuckers. Then WWE has completely gone off the deep end, and they won't be able to recover from this. They'll be having fans chanting shit during every single match for years, and they won't be able to live it down. still be billionaires, but, won't be able to live it down. But anyway, so I didn't like that at all. Then you got Sheamus defeating Christian in the Memphis street fight. It was quite obvious that it was going to be a Memphis street fight because they were in Memphis, motherfuckers. Fucking duh. Of course it was going to be. And even if they didn't pick Memphis on the app, they would have fucking just, they would have hacked into it and just made it and rigged it so it would be a Memphis street fight. Anyway, the match wasn't that good. You had one cool spot with the frog splash onto the chairs, which was one of the most hardcore things I've seen in a while out of WWE, like an ECW style spot there. But that was it, motherfuckers. Everything else was pretty fucking boring. And it was very, very PG hardcore. And also the finish with the bro kick through the drum set. This was just, it was a goofy ass finish. Back in the day it would have been a steel chair to the head with the bro kick. But it was just a drum. It was made to be comedic. I just thought it was very lame and dumb. And, I don't know why they keep doing this to Sheamus. He's a big, tough guy. A guy that's actually pretty talented. But, all this goofy fucking shit that he's been doing since they turned him face the past couple of years, it's not working. It's not working at all. This match was also very similar to Ziggler and Sandow from Raw Country from months ago. They did the same thing with the drum set to the head. I mean, come on. Where's the originality? It only happened a couple of months ago, you motherfuckers, and Jesus Christ. Can we get something new, something original, something that's, truly exciting? Would it have been so bad to get a little bit more hardcore? Why is it just, a match that's boring? One good spot, and that's about it. One good spot out of a 20-minute match it's not good enough. Then it was the main event. It was Daniel Bryan and The Big Show, and they defeated Batista and Randy Orton. Not a bad match. It was fast-paced. It was exciting, I suppose. But The Big Show. Why is The Big Show in the main event? What is he doing here? Every single fucking time. This motherfucker's been in the WWE for 15 years. I was thinking yesterday when I was watching this. I was thinking 15 years. 15 years, motherfucker. He came in 99. And he's still there in 2014. And just as shitty as he's ever been. And there's these periods where he doesn't wrestle and then he just returns out of nowhere to no fanfare, to no nothing. No one gives a shit when he's there. They don't care when he's gone. So why the fuck even bother? Why? So, what are we going to have in a couple of months? Big Show challenging for the title again? Enough with the Big Show. Never met a motherfucker who's been a fan of the Big Show. There's no reason to like him. There's nothing about him. No charisma. He's just there for pure spectacle because he's 7 feet tall. Okay, you've got Khali who's even taller. So I don't really see the appeal there. That whole thing about people being impressive because of their height is pretty much done with. They've worn it out throughout the years. The whole fucking height and muscularity shit has gone out the window. And that's basically it. Look what you got here. Daniel Bryan, he's expected at Mania to wrestle probably going to be like 40 minutes, 20-minute main event, 20-minute match with Triple H. They put all this fucking shit on his shoulders, and you got Goofs, Batista, fucking nose ring, Orton, boring as fuck, Big Show, can't do fucking anything. You know what I mean? It's a fucking worthless freak show, with the only good person being Daniel Bryan in this fucking company. Daniel Bryan is the only one who gives a fuck. The only one who, for some reason, that's motivated. I am very surprised that Daniel Bryan is even motivated. Yes, he is going to be in the world title match at Mania, most likely. very, very unlikely that Triple H will beat him. If they really, really want to troll the fans and just be hated forever, they will have Triple H beat Bryan or Bryan lose in that, eventual triple threat match. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that they decided to put Bryan in the match if he wins, but the thing is, this is the only thing to look forward to, basically. And look how much fucking shit had to get done. The boring ass segment would occupy. This fucking show is complete shit, is basically what I'm trying to say here. A fucking terrible ass motherfucking show. And everything leading up to Bryan being put into that match at Mania, the Occupy Raw segment, was terrible. It was fucking terrible. I see people saying best segment ever, awesome, epic. Come on, have some fucking self-respect. Have some fucking integrity. If you think that is cool, then give me a fucking break. That was nerdy. That was stupid. That was just, look at the people they picked, for God fucking sake. This really is just pissing me off when people think that this is cool and everything. You would never see a bunch of nerds like Stone Cold wouldn't have a bunch of fucking goofy ass people wearing his shirt, demanding a title match. It would have ruined his image. Now I know Daniel Bryan doesn't have the same tough guy image as Stone Cold, but the thing is, he's still supposed to be a pretty cool guy, I would think, or at least, being a wrestler, that's probably how he should be perceived as cool. Why would they ever want him to be perceived as nerdy or a dork or ugly or anything like that? But the fans that they had there representing him were just that. So why? Why did they choose that path? It's to fucking insult people. It's, it was done just to fucking irk people. And I was irked. I was irked as a motherfucker by this fucking segment. Not only was I bored, but I was insulted, motherfuckers. I didn't like it. I didn't like having myself insulted during a fucking professional wrestling segment. Just because I want to cheer a wrestler, I'm told that I'm ugly. I'm told that I'm unattractive. I'm told that I'm nerdy and dorky just because I like fucking Daniel Bryan. Give me a fucking break. It's fucking wrestling. The whole world doesn't revolve around it. We shouldn't be insulted. We shouldn't be considered bad people or said negative things about us because, we like something. This is like liking a TV show. Oh, I don't know, you like being human? Well, you're fucking a nerd, you're dorky and shit, and we're going to put it on TV. We're going to air it on a commercial just to insult you. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? You're not allowed to like things? Just because you like something, you have to be insulted, and they have to find all sorts of creative ways to insult you. Instead of having good fucking matches, they're too busy coming up with ways to fucking insult us. People, wake the fuck up to this fucking bullshit. Yes, be happy. Daniel Bryan's in the main event. That's great. Fantastic. I am legitimately happy. Don't come at me and say, oh, you don't like anything. Yes, it's good, but the segment was shitty. It was nerdy and dorky and goofy, and I did not like seeing a bunch of ugly fucking Mama Lukes cheering Daniel Bryan. And, this is what leads to the Mania match, just because a bunch of fucking ugly-looking dorks supported Daniel Bryan and constantly said his chant. That is it. Come on. You wouldn't see this back in the Attitude Era, back in the day. Forget about Attitude Era. Wouldn't see this back in the 80s. Wouldn't see this back during New Generation or Ruthless Aggression Era. You wouldn't see this any time. Fucking bullshit. This fucking Raw sucked. It was bad. I did not like it. A good announcement, but that's it. Just one good announcement. The rest was fucking shit. So, I don't know, motherfuckers. A lot of people seem like they enjoyed this segment. I don't agree. I don't agree at all.